Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to sit down and film for you guys taking a child on the spectrum to see Santa Claus. For those of you who are new here, welcome. My name is Micah and I have a 3-year-old daughter who is autistic. So we recently went to Bass Pro Shops and went to Santa's Winter Wonderland, or Santa's Wonderland I think it's called. And we had so much fun. Honestly, I was so nervous, but it was the best Santa experience we've ever had, and I prepared in advance, and so I'm here to share some of my tips for you guys, what I did to help ease the process of going to see Santa Claus. So if you're interested, keep watching. Okay, so my first tip that I have for you guys when taking a child on the spectrum to see Santa Claus is to plan your day, plan your event ahead of time. Planning is the key to a successful outing with children on the spectrum and many children with sensory sensitivities, as you guys I'm sure are well aware. So if you guys can find a sensory sensitive Santa, they do exist, and many places will have a sensory Santa Claus for you. So if you just check on your local Facebook or call around, usually your local mall will have this, or if you look for events in the area, in your area, they'll usually have a sensory sensitive Santa, in which it's earlier hours, so before it even opens to the public, and it's it's more helpful for your child because the lighting is a little bit more dim. It's just more calm. There's not a lot of chaos, not a lot of people, not a lot of noise. And usually you can spend up to about 15 minutes with your visit with Santa Claus. So definitely check for that ahead of time. But planning your day is essential to making this outing successful. I know that the earlier, the better. Before the crowds come in, definitely go early in the day. When we went to see Santa at Bass Pro Shops, we went at 10 o'clock right when they opened, because Santa's workshop or Wonderland was open from like 10 to 8. So it's all day, but we went on a Friday morning at 10 a.m. right when they opened, and honestly it was the best time ever, because if you think about it, everyone's in school. So if you can possibly help it, if you have toddlers, if you can take them when everyone else is in school, don't wait till the evenings or the weekends. Especially Saturdays are like the worst time to do any type of like Santa activities because it's so popular and everyone's gonna be there. So the earlier you get there, the better. Okay guys, tip number 2 is to pack your diaper bag or your take-along bag ahead of time, and make sure to bring all of the comfort items that your child loves and needs. So my daughter, when she's a little bit overwhelmed, she likes to be in a stroller, and honestly I prefer her in a stroller because A, it keeps her safe, it keeps her from running around, it keeps her from melting down, and I also have an almost 2-year-old neurotypical child, so I'm sure you can imagine the chaos that would stir about if I were to have taken my kids without a stroller. So definitely take like a safety item, like if your child's still in a stroller, and we definitely use strollers a lot every day pretty much. So taking a stroller is one of the comfort items that my child loves and needs sometimes, because honestly it's her retreat when she gets overwhelmed and there's just a lot of stimulation and a lot of noise and a lot of people. She just likes to sit. Usually noise doesn't bother her, but she likes to just sit in her stroller and like pull the shade. I didn't take like our full-size double stroller, but I took like our McLaren umbrella double stroller, and so that way she just had a place to sit. I also took her favorite snacks. She loves goldfish, pretzels, and M&Ms are her motivation. So I knew that if I took M&Ms, she would be more than willing to cooperate with anything I asked. So, and it's not wrong if you use like a little bit of a bribery, like, you know, M&Ms or your child's favorite candy or something like that, because, you know, you don't do it every day, and this is a special occasion and you wanted to make it fun. So definitely take any comfort items they like. I also took my kids' sippy cups with milk, a fresh full cup of milk with us while we waited in line, and then for after we saw Santa, which was so helpful because they could just sit and relax and have some snacks and not be a little stressed, not be overwhelmed. So by the time that it was our time to go see Santa, I pulled out the M&Ms and they were happy to get out of the stroller. They had smiles on their faces and it was great. So definitely taking some comfort items that your child likes, whether it's a blanket, a teddy bear, a favorite stuffed animal. My daughter also likes to carry around this one particular CD. And of course, children on the spectrum, like, you know, sometimes are attached to unusual items. And my daughter is attached to this one item. It's a CD of Baby Signing Time, because we definitely love Rachel Coleman's Baby Signing Time. So she'll carry around this one DVD. So if need be, I'll take that. And also the iPad. I already have our iPad geared up to Netflix and Amazon with her favorite shows, even YouTube TV with her favorite shows. So just having those comfort items that will help calm your child and just keep them happy is key. Okay guys, tip number 3 is honestly to not stress about this. It's supposed to be fun. It's a wonderful time of year where everyone's happy, and you know, going to see Santa is a fun, exciting event for a lot of kids. A lot of kids dream of this moment. Some kids wait all year, and I'm sure you as parents really enjoy seeing your kids having fun. So nobody wants to be upset or stressed out about this. So if you don't stress, your child won't stress. I know sometimes it's a struggle to leave the house, and especially if you go early in the morning, and which obviously is the best time. But don't stress about it. If you're a little bit late, so what? Just plan ahead though. Plan ahead. Wake up extra early if you can, or pack your diaper bag the night before. Have everything ready to go. Things in the fridge, have those set aside ready to go so you can just grab and, you know, head out on your way out. But just don't stress out. Have fun with it. And you get there when you get there, okay? So, you know, you can just decide if you, when you get there, if it's too busy, then you can decide whether you want to stay or go do something else or leave. But I definitely like how Bass Pro Shop, they had other activities that my kids could do this winter wonderland while you're waiting in line. So they could play with like the Lego table, or build Lincoln logs, or go play some other little games. So there was other fun little activities. They had coloring. There you could see the fish tank at Bass Pro Shop. So there's so much they can do that keeps them occupied, so they're not just standing there waiting, because we know that children on the spectrum, waiting is not a strong point. It's very, very hard to do. So if you can plan for going to see a Santa that has these activities, then that is so much better than just standing in line. Honestly, the mall Santa I won't do, because A, it's super expensive, and this one that my kids and I went to, we got a free photo with Santa, and there were free activities, and they got to do something besides standing in line, because nobody wants to just stand in line and wait. And especially at the mall, it's literally, it could take up to an hour waiting in line, even more sometimes. So we definitely don't want to do that. So if you can find these activities that are elsewhere, that are more fun and involved, that's even better. But just don't stress. You know, it's a happy time, and just be positive, because if you're stressed out and you have negative energy, your kids are going to feed off of you. They're going to feel that energy, and they're going to be a little nervous too. So you just want to promote happiness and positivity. So just keep calm and be merry. Okay, you guys, my 4th and final tip to going to see Santa Claus with kids on the spectrum is to just keep it light and keep it casual. Make sure they're wearing outfits that are comfortable for them. Don't dress them in these like stiff, dressy outfits. If you want to do a more professional photo shoot, or one of those dressy photo shoots, you can look into going to an actual photographer that will have a Santa Claus there, or you can actually hire Santa Claus to come to your house. They do that now, and that might be an option that might work better for you, especially if your child is super sensitive and really just cannot deal with the crowds. You might want to look into Santa Claus that comes to your house. I know they have those, and I might look into that next year just for some really cute candid photos. You can capture some really candid photos. But if you're going to see Santa Claus, just keep it light, keep it casual. Make sure they're wearing some loose-fitting clothing, something that they enjoy. Like my daughter does not like long sleeves. She doesn't mind them as long as she can like push them up to like right above her elbow. But if it's something stiff she can't get up, she's gonna freak out. So keep them dressed in comfy clothing. I really honestly don't dress my girls in jeans, because jeans are so restrictive. I don't even like jeans. So usually it's leggings, so some festive holiday leggings. I'll actually insert a picture here of what my girls wore, and a picture of Santa Claus. So keeping it casual, and also I want to point out making sure you dress for the weather. So even though it's a little chilly now, we're in December, we're just a few days out from Christmas. I'm sure it's cold in most places, but usually when you're going inside to a place to see Santa, because there are going to be people gathered in one particular area, it's actually going to be a lot warmer than you can imagine, warmer than you think inside somewhere, and they usually turn the heat up anyway because it's cold outside. So just make sure, keep that in mind when you're getting dressed. Don't like layer yourself in like, you know, turtlenecks or sweaters or something, because I know when I get hot, I get very irritable. Like I start sweating and I just get furious for some reason. And my kids are the same way. They get hot easily. They don't like a lot of clothing. So if I dress them just cool clothing, casual, it was still festive holiday clothing, but it was comfortable. So leggings and shirts and even little bows, but don't go over the top to where your child is going to be uncomfortable. This is about them. It's not about you. You do want some really good photos, but remember, this is for your child. So again, if you were looking for the more dressy Santa pictures, I would definitely contact a photographer or look at Santa coming to your house. My fifth and final tip of going to see Santa Claus with a child on the spectrum is to just smile and have fun. Don't worry about capturing that perfect pose with your kids sitting on Santa's lap, because honestly, if you think about it, some kids are a little creeped out by sitting on some strange man's lap, and some parents are too. I think it's a little strange, but hey, it's a cute picture. So I loved what they did at Bass Pro Shops. You could sit your child on Santa's lap, or if they weren't comfortable with Santa, Santa gave up his chair, and my girls actually sat in Santa's chair, and Santa stood kind of like on the side of them with them, a little bit behind, so he was still in the picture. So don't worry about this picture perfect photo, because sometimes even neurotypical kids just don't want to sit on Santa's lap. And honestly, I feel like the more candid photos, the better. So you can do things like, I took a handful of M&Ms, that was my bribery tool. I took a handful of M&Ms and took it with me up to Santa Claus. And when my girls were sitting in Santa's chair, I literally was like, ooh, girls, look, Santa has M&Ms for you. And I would hand them some M&Ms, and that kept them happy, and that kept the smiles coming. And the photographer actually had a little jingle bell that she was ringing over there. So it just made them laugh. It made them smile. It made them giggle. So just have fun with it, and, you know, take as many pictures on your cell phone as you can, because sometimes you might get the best photo just being a super candid, casual photo. So just don't stress about it. Have fun. So that's all I have for you guys. I hope this was helpful. Leave a comment down below if you guys plan to use any of these helpful hints, and if they work for you, or if you've already gone to see Santa Claus, leave a comment and let us know if you have any helpful hints that I may not have mentioned. But thank you guys so much for watching this. Happy holidays. See you in the next one.